Can we start, sir?
Yeah, Professor Renaud.
Good morning.
Good morning. You can cross-check with our chief guest and our Dipankan sir, everybody is there or not. Check and you can start the session. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I'm waiting for the changes.
Mr. Shivkumar sir joined from DRDO, from chief guest.
Yeah, yes, sir. Actually, I just 5 minutes back I called him.
Yeah. Yeah, sir is joined, I think. Shivkumar sir is there. Yeah.
He is there, sir. Sir, can you admit him, sir? Because I'm not able to see.
Sir, I admitted, sir.
You can
Okay.
make sir as a host, sir.
Admit.
Okay, you can start, I think. Yeah, you can start.
Okay, sir. Hello, everybody. Very good morning to everyone. I am Savitoj. I am a fourth year mechanical engineering student from VIT Vellore. Thanks for being here with us today for International Virtual Workshop on Advancements in Design and Materials for Product Development. Now, Dr. Srinivasan Narayan will give us a welcome note.
Thanks, Savitoj. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very great honor to me to be here at this beautiful morning. Chief guest of the day, Mr. Shivkumar, Scientist F, LRD, and guest of honor, Mr. Deepankar Bhattacharya, Head Business Development Education, Asia Pacific Autodesk, and respected Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Vice President, and AV Madam, and respected Registrar, Deans, and Director, Dean School of Mechanical Engineering, and Dr. Reddy sir, head of the department, and other learned colleagues, students, friends. On behalf of all of us of VIT, I welcome to all this international workshop for a period of 2 days on October 3rd and October 4th. It's a glad and warm welcome to you all to this event. All the dignitaries, all the participants, invited speakers, head of the various departments, everybody in this international workshop. So I thank you for coming today, joining virtually or digitally to this internal workshop. I'm also overwhelmed by the large response from the participations. We have almost crossed 600 participation, cutting across the academia and other industries. 10% of these participations are from international, and from the academia, another 10% is from industry as well. So I'm really excited to have this revealed to you. And the program consists of keynote sessions for the first day and detailed session on product design and material selection related to product development. We hope that you will all have a very fruitful knowledge based and interesting session during the workshop. We welcome you intensive participation from all the speakers for a fruitful collaboration and guidance in academic and academic research, and then industry-based research and future collaboration with industry as well. Finally, we would like to wish you all the very best to all, and all the knowledge and I hope our knowledge transfer will happen to your fertile minds from the rich experience of each of our speakers. And I request, please stay tuned today and tomorrow, and please remain connected, enrich your knowledge with the speakers here. With this, I would like to conclude my welcome address. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. And now I would like Dr. Reynold Elson, our faculty from the Department of Design and Automation, to give some insights into the workshop for today.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. It's a great day for us and for all the participants. I'd like to thank our chief guest, Sri Shivakumar sir, Scientist G, for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion, as well as our guest of honor, Mr. Deepankar Bhattacharya, so from Autodesk. He's a very good personality. We have seen him many times in VIT. He has been contributing many many things to VIT through his support by Autodesk. I like to thank our Chancellor, AVP, VP Madam, Vice Chancellor, Pro VC, Registrar, all the deans, and I also like to thank our Dean School of Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Vasudevan, and my head, Dr. Mallikarjuna Reddy, for guiding us throughout in arranging this workshop. This workshop aims at providing knowledge to people from industry, academia, and research in the field of design and materials, as well as knowledge in both simulation and actual product realization aimed towards commercialization. So, this commercialization of your idea or a product is very important in today's world. The fact that design with material is necessary is that it is a good structure for criteria of selection in product design and manufacturing. So in this workshop, industrial examples, case studies has been included from various research organizations, from academia as well as from industries. So this in actual case study would help in a better understanding of the topics, and thereby we will be able to apply it. We as an organizers carefully structured this event in such a way that recent research outcomes is also discussed, and it is aimed to bring experts from research, academia and industry in a single platform for the benefits of our participants. So our participants are mainly faculty members, budding students, researchers, engineers, and research scholars who are actively involved in product development through their research activities. The sessions are stitched in such a way that participants of the workshop will get a better insight about the recent happenings in the area of design, materials, and product development. About our speakers, we have 11 speakers. So speakers from defense organization, industry, academia, and product software developers like Altair, Autodesk, and MathWorks are going to give their presentation. And we are happy to invite all the participants. As told by Dr. Srinivasan, we have 600 participants, and about 30 participants are from abroad, and 30 participants are from industry, and from academia we have somewhere around 280 plus participants, and we have 200 plus participants in UG and 82 participants in PG. So it's a very good number. I know we have a very good youth team, the youth participants in this workshop. We encourage our participants to have a broad, in-depth discussion on the topics. If any doubts, can interact with the speakers. So we welcome all once again for this workshop. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I would like to welcome Professor Mallikarjuna Reddy, our HOD from School of Mechanical Engineering, VIT Vellore, into the meeting to give us a felicitation address. Please, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Dr. Mallikarjuna Reddy from Head of the Department for Design and Automation. First of all, welcome, and I'm very happy that our experienced scientists like Mr. Shivkumar S. from DRDO for accepted for this to bless this occasion, and also Mr. Dipankar from Autodesk, who is always support us in all the activities since from long 3-4 years. All the activities. Thank you so much for your presence in this workshop, sir. And meanwhile, really the team was working since from last 1.5 months to bring the workshop into a very systematic way. So just like we have observed that it is almost like it is a combination of all the sessions whatever we have organized in this is very useful, and also it is advancement in the trend in design and manufacturing field. So I really appreciate the team the organizers of this workshop for their untiring effort to bring success today. The event is going to start, and also it is like in the main topics in this workshop is going to, especially the modeling and simulation, and also very important thing is like manufacturing advances in the manufacturing technology is going to be discussed in some of the sessions, and also related to the generative designs and especially the CAD/CAM and CAE. So these are the main areas which are focused in this workshop. So I request all the participants to involve and have a good discussion with the eminent speakers from and very rich in experience in their field of product design and development and manufacturing. So then I request all you to, even there are some hands-on sessions also available, 1 or 2 sessions. Even you can participate in that, and you can explore the cutting-edge technologies which are present in the in mechanical field. So from this, once again, I thank to all all participants who are involved in this workshop. To today and tomorrow, you are going to participate in this event. So thank you so much, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to introduce you to our guest of honor, Mr. Dipankar Bhattacharya. He has more than 25 years of experience in sales and business development with various multinational companies. Currently, he heads the India Education Experiences at Autodesk India, leading their education in premier institutes and education apex bodies across the country. He has strong customer relationship with academic influencers and thought leaders in the education ecosystem. Under his leadership, Autodesk has been able to establish as a thought leader in the academic space. I would like for Mr. Dipankar Bhattacharya, our guest of honor, to give his felicitations on the event. Please, sir.
Good morning, and good morning to one and all.
Yes.
Pleasure seeing a lot of known faces. Unfortunately, it is virtual. I would have definitely liked to be, but today's world has changed quite a bit. So first of all, I would like to thank Professor Reddy and Professor Renault for inviting me for this conference. I would also like to give my sincere regards and respect to the chief guest, Mr. Shiv Kumar from DRDO, for having raised the occasion as a chief guest. So when we looked at this conference, which is titled as a Workshop on Advancements in Design and Materials for Product Development, so we really felt in Autodesk that this is something which is very close to our heart, because most of our technologies are aiding institutions, commercial customers for product design and development. We do have tools, and Professor Reddy mentioned about newer technologies like generative design and, and other newer technologies. So this is where Autodesk primarily in education and in commercial industries play a very critical role. And we will be having a detailed technical session by one of my colleagues, I think it is tomorrow, on newer technologies. But I will just give you a very high level overview of what Autodesk is doing in education, why we are doing this in education, how we work with education institutions, primarily faculty and students, and what is our vision for the future. So how much time do I have, Renaud? 10 minutes?
Renaud, unmute it.
Can I take 10 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I'll just quickly share my screen and just share with you a few slides, which will kind of, Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. I can see you, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to cover a little bit about about statistics of why are we doing so so many initiatives that are in education. Why are we working with institutes like VIT Vellore? It's primarily for skill development of students. Okay, and I wanted to relate it to some figures which are relevant for this audience here. So if you look at the manufacturing job skills gap, or which will be unfilled in the next 10 years in the US, and I'm going to come to India, that figure is pretty huge. It's about 2.4 million, which is the skills gap, or that will be the open positions in manufacturing in the next 10 years. So if you look at in the UK, the number is about 110,000, which is the shortfall per year. And if you look at India, which is very, very revealing, and I've taken this data from the NSDC website, about 90 million is the manufacturing skills gap, or will be the manufacturing skills gap by 2022. This is about 2 times of the current figures that we have in about 2 years' time. And these are authentic figures from the National Skill Development website. So, one of the most important things where Autodesk contributes and works with education institutions is for job readiness in emerging roles. And what do we mean by emerging roles? So if you look at the mechanical engineering skill sets are evolving, and on the left, what I am showing on this particular screen are the current educational curriculum, which are definitely foundational and which are definitely important. But we also need to keep in mind that the industry is looking for newer and emerging roles, and which are kind of looked at in the right, which are the industry needs people on generative design, on computer-aided engineering, design for manufacturing, and so on and so forth. Okay? So what is important, if we really look at it, is that while the foundational skills are important, we also need to look at the industry needs. And that's where Autodesk can play a very, very critical role in areas like generative design and other areas. And also, this conferences, what is currently being held today by VIT Vellore, will kind of enlighten the faculty and students the importance of newer and emerging technologies, the importance of product design and development, and the importance of newer and emerging roles in mechanical engineering. So what is important is a blend that you have the foundational curriculum, you look at the industry needs and have a blend, okay, which is the need of the hour. The other thing which I wanted to quickly highlight is that 80% of the skills trained for in the last 50 years can now be outperformed by machines. With design and automation, I think a lot of roles may get eliminated in the future in the industry. But does it mean that there's going to be redundancy? I really feel that it's not going to be, because if you have engineers or if you have students who are ready for newer and emerging roles, which are the roles of the future, then all the people who are graduating in the next couple of years or the next decade can be readily absorbed. And that is why the previous screen is very, very important, where you have a good mix of the foundational curriculum and the industry needs. And these are some of the newer roles that would be available in curriculum 4.0, which relates to industry 4.0. Things like design for manufacturing, artificial intelligence, systems engineering, cloud product data management, personalized learning gateways, pathways, and so on and so forth. So I think it's important for a technology leader like Autodesk to work with premier institutes like VIT to ensure and work with them to evolve education to ensure job-ready graduates. The other thing which I wanted to highlight here is that there are a lot of challenges with the industries. The challenges like the retiring workforce, challenges of lower productivity. Okay, so there are a lot of challenges with the industries facing. So on one hand, we have the newer job roles. On one hand, we need to have a good blend of the curriculum. At the same time, the industry is also facing challenges. But the way we would look at is this is a huge opportunity we have in front of us. This figure of 2.52 billion are the young generation population, what I call Generation Z, people born after 1995. Okay? Which are predominantly students and young learners. I think it's important for us to nurture this young generation, this young talent who are very, very technology savvy, who could be nurtured, who could be developed for the new emerging roles of the future. Okay, so this is a huge opportunity in front of us. So here is where I will just conclude my presentation. The next couple of slides is what we in Autodesk are doing. As VIT would be aware, I just wanted to reiterate on that, our commitment to offer software free of cost, our commitment for training, certification, teaching and learning are some of the deliverables that we will continue to offer with the education institutions that we work with. Okay? We have a lot of experience in the design and manufacturing industry, more than 37 plus years. We work across multiple disciplines like the manufacturing, automotive, building industry, infrastructure industry, and media and entertainment. And we are a very, very financially strong company. This slide talks about the revenue of Autodesk as of January 2020, where we recorded about 2.57 billion of revenue with more than 4 million subscriptions and 9,000 employees worldwide. Since we are talking about generation of the future, I just wanted to highlight some of the great projects using generative design that has been done by some of the students across the country today. These are some of the projects that we have done from DSU. These are some of the projects that we have done with an institute in Kolhapur. The project on the right is a project between IIT Madras and Fiat Chrysler, which is kind of a design of the lower control arm for one of their vehicles, and this will actually be going for pilot testing very, very shortly. A project of social impact from MNIT Jaipur, which is called the Club Foot. This is a bamboo bicycle from ISDI. Here we have a project right from VIT Vellore, where they participated in the SAE competition last year, which was in Germany, where they kind of designed the car rim, which was much lighter in weight, much stronger, which helped with where they use generative design technology of Fusion, which is the Autodesk technology. And the project on the right is from IIT, IIT Madras, the Mars rover project. So in a nutshell, my last slide, we are here to work with education institutions. We are here to work with the industry. We are here to inspire, engage, and prepare the next generation of engineers and designers. So thank you very much for your kind attention. I would not like to take more time on this. Yeah, I would like to hand it back to the host for the function today. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Dipankar sir. Now, I am extremely pleased to welcome our chief guest, Shri Shivakumar S. from LRD DRDO India. He was the head of the Airborne and Spaceborne Mechanical Division of LRDE. He graduated from College of Engineering Guindy in the year 1983 as BE Honours and then did his Masters from Anna University, securing first rank before joining DRDO in December 1987, from where he retired in August 2020 as Scientist G. He has worked at many firms, namely Lucas TVS as Process Planning Engineer, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, and Indian Telephone Industries in the development of man-machine communication software for communication networks. He is the man who has designed first unfurlable antenna mechanism for space, which is underway to development. He has been honored with country level as well as lab level awards. He has guided more than 20 engineers for MTech and more than 50 at BTech level. He is also closely working with Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and PES University in the area of mechanism, CFD, and structural development. Please help me in welcoming Shri Sivakumar.
You're on mute, sir.
Sir, please unmute yourself, sir.
There is a button on the left corner, bottom left corner. The host, can you unmute him? I think you should be able to.
Yeah, Professor Renaud.
Yes, sir.
I
like gives you permission to serve. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. I
Yes, sir.
think his job is done.
Yeah, thank you. Now
Remaining
I'm able
people
to
can mute
unmute.
themselves.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm able to unmute. I hope I'm audible now.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning. Very good morning to one and all, and for present online on this seminar. I am very much delighted to be in this event, and I thank this great university established by Honorable Chancellor Dr. J. Vishwanathan. I am grateful to Dr. Shankar Vishwanathan, who is a Vice President, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, Vice President, Dr. Mrs. Kadambari Vishwanathan, who is Vice President, for giving an opportunity to preside on this event. My sincere thanks to Dr. Vasudevan, Dean, SMEC, Dr. Srinivasan Narayanan, Faculty of SMEC, and HOD of SMEC, Dr. Mallikarjuna Reddy, for the opportunity given to me.
Yes.
Distinguished guests, today's fast-changing world calls for a close partnership between the academics and industries. And this conference is aimed towards such possible avenues. It's a good event and heartening to know that more than 600 participants are there who are seeing this online. The major outcome that we expect from this conference is the exchange of scientific and engineering knowledge around the world. With events like these, it has always been for the betterment of our aspiring students. I'd like to thank all the delegates and students of this esteemed institute, Value Institute of Technology, catering to different streams of
Sir, sorry
Please go
for the
ahead, sir.
disturbance, sir. I'll mute all, sir, so that you kindly unmute again yourself, sir. I'm going to mute all. There was a disturbance. I'm really extremely sorry for the disturbance. I'm going to mute all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sorry for the
Yeah.
disturbance, sir. Sorry
Yeah.
for the internet.
Yeah. Again, I got the same message. Boss is not permitting me to unmute. Now it is okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Ms. Deepankar Banerjee for this software Autodesk, which I started my career with a CAD, and the wonderful 2D drafting and this macros being developed on Autodesk. It was really very enjoyable to work with this software. I wish all these participants a very fruitful and productive conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Now, I would like to
Thank you.
invite Dr. Raghuraman DRS to give his vote of thanks for the attendees.
Good morning, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure on behalf of the conveners of this workshop to propose a vote of thanks. We are extremely thankful to Mr. Shiv Kumar, scientist from LRD Bangalore, who has got
Thank you, sir.
vast, considerable experience in communications. They're working on radars and all that. So we're very happy to have a very motivational lecture from you. And we hope that we'll be able to collaborate in further projects and research problems, and even our students and participants, 600 in number, are there. So we hope they'll be able to collaborate with you. And definitely this workshop will be very useful if they go ahead with your suggestions and your collaborations in future. So that is the worth of this workshop will give from your lectures. And we're also thankful to Mr. Deepankar Bhattacharya of Autodesk. We have a lot of collaboration with him also, because the Autodesk, we provide a lot of software to Vision 360 product design for management. So it gives us immense innovative practices. So we can design before manufacturing itself. We have a design platform. So that helps us a lot. So keeping these in mind, so we hope that the participant benefit with your experience, with your communication, with your lectures, and the results should come forward in their future learning experience from your talks. I hope they're able to be in a position to work well with you and collaborate in the future. I'm thankful to everyone also for having contributed to this workshop, including the VAT management. Thanks a lot, including our HOD, Dean, and all that. Thanks very much once again.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. For the attendees for the session, I would just like to, before the 11 o'clock session, some pointers for the students. For faculties, kindly we request you to attend 3 sessions in day 1 and 4 sessions in day 2. For students, kindly we request you to attend 4 sessions in day 1 and 4 sessions in day 2 and should get more than 50% in quiz. And especially everyone should fill the feedback form provided at the end of the session to get the workshop certificate. Thank you.
So, dear sirs, we'll be starting the next session by 11 o'clock as scheduled. So, we are closing this inauguration session, and I really thank our guest of honor and our chief guest, HOD, and all the participants. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.